The Thunder take down the Bulls 131-113. And after the game, our very own Nick Gallo caught up with Cason Wallace. Let's listen in.
Cason, how does this group stay poised when a game like this, it's kind of hard to get a grip on early and you just stayed in there and hung in there?
Just stacking good possessions. We know what it takes to win a game, and just doing it for a good amount of possessions, we come out through the win.
I got to imagine a 22-0 run feels good, but what does it feel like in this building to go on a 22-0 run like that?
It's amazing. The crowd get into it. It gets loud in here, and, we feel the energy on the court.
We've seen your individual game grow on the offensive end throughout the year. How has it developed inside of the team system?
Oh my God. You throwing candy? Answer the question. Yo, no, I can't answer him. No. Have you seen your game develop? No, something like that. Answer it though.
I've been doing this for 3 years, just knowing the system and a lot of help from the guys.
And 3 steals is nothing new, but we saw that block. Are you going to try to convince the bigs that you should be a rim protector too?
Nah, I mean, they want to be guards and get steals like they OG, but
look, you got
it's a lot going on. Watch out!
Congrats on the win, Cason.
So much happening in this post-game interview. Cason Wallace with a great game tonight for Oklahoma City. And he had so many different moments in this game, Royce, whether it was on the defensive end or knocking down some big-time buckets like this.
Yeah, again, I thought Cason hit some of the timeliest shots of the game. That one in the first half felt kind of sneaky big to me, but he was so active defensively going up. And that's just a loose ball. No stat in the stat sheet for that one, but doing a great job. There's the block that Nick was talking about. Great recovery by Cason, and then another great find there in the rhythm corner 3 from Cason. And he had a couple of tough rim finishes inside the paint where he was driving downhill. Just a great, well-rounded game from Cason Wallace. And again, like Coach Mark talked about, I think Cason was big and just kind of flipping around that defensive intensity in the game and making it really hard on the Bulls just to get into their stuff because they were struggling just to get across the half-court line.
Well, speaking of a well-rounded performance, another guy who had one of those in this matchup here tonight, Jalen Williams, J-Dub. He is our forward player of the game. And just his 3rd game back, Royce, from injury. Great force, great competitiveness, great energy.
Yeah, and some of the other stuff that he's so good at that we know he can do so well is going to come as he gains more and more rhythm when he plays more and more games. But some of these finishes, I mean, this is great to see from him. Just the confidence to attack, using the physicality that he has. He's such a strong player to get to the front of the rim. And Coach Mark talked about it too. When he's getting that stuff downhill, when you see this sort of stuff, the electric finishes, but it also opens his playmaking where he is such a gifted passer to be able to spray it out to some of those shooters. You mentioned it, Paris. All the well-rounded things that he does. It's everything in the box score every single time that he walks out on the court.
Yeah, you'll see those 26 minutes. That's huge because those are the most that he has played since his return from hamstring injury. So great to see him out there on the court, and also great to see him getting to his spots and finding a good rhythm. Well-rounded performance from J-Dub. Well, another cool element of tonight's game was we had AJ Mitchell mic'd up for us throughout this matchup. We really appreciate that, and he is now the 5th Thunder player that has worn a mic for us over the course of this season. So we're going to take some time. Let's watch back some of those mic'd up moments from this season.
Yeah, Jay, that's a good fit, boy. That's a good fit. Look, boys. Boys. Yeah, champ. Let it keep shooting, bro. Good. Happy New Year. Okay? Keep going. Back, take it back, get back. Go. Oh, I want to scream. I want to scream in the game. All right, bro. What's up, dog? Yes. Yes, Wiz. Stop, Zay. I like that one. Good, y'all. Yeah, boy. Feds today. Huh? I'm the feds today. Good pass, Dub. Good bounce. Shout out NBA. Shout out local Utah radio. Ah, there we go. White. Hey! Yeah, Chet. Hey. Flair. Good pass. You know what? Help. There we go. Yeah, AJ. Get to it, boy. Shit, dude. I told you it was good. Yeah, dude. I got a mic on. Carl, how you doing? Good. That's for you, Rumble. Go together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Yes, 2. Wolf. Get down from there, Lou. Get down from there. Stack. Mark yourself, chat. Yes, Kay. Who got new? By yourself, Kay. By yourself. I'm going to talk to you by yourself. By yourself. Still by yourself, Kay. Still by yourself, Kay. Screen, Lou. On you, Lou. Ball on you, Lou. Middle, Lou. Middle. I'll go viral. Might as well go viral, bro. Like, go talk to, like, Wiggs or something. Came a long way from that camp we was at. Remember that? Swear, bro. Look at us now, man. Watch out, best screen. Take check. Where'd they get you some, Wiggs? Cool guy. Hello, Coach. Yeah. Check. Watch out. Good day, man. You might do something crazy.
I didn't know Mike was that heavy.
Huh?
I didn't know the mic was that
sucks,
heavy.
man.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Good.
Redo. Bro, I'm coming back. Yeah, Lou. Energy. Okay, so.
AJ Mike, though?
I don't want to change when I got a mic on. The best. It was my mom's ringtone.
This is what?
It was my mom's ringtone when I was growing up, really.
Yes, dog.
We really appreciate all of those guys wearing a mic for us throughout this season. It has been so cool to get an inside look into all those many moments of the game, moments that we miss being in the stands and in this loud arena. But I mean, I think my favorite part is the fact that every single guy makes sure everyone knows I'm wearing the mic tonight.
Absolutely. And it's so fun to see because, I mean, these guys are serious professionals.
Yeah.
We all know how hard they work and how seriously they take their craft, but it's still sports and it's still fun, and they have fun when they're playing the game, and it's just so fun to get a little bit of a glimpse inside of what makes the camaraderie of this group so special.
Yeah, when you watch that back, it's hard not to smile at all of those moments, and you really get an inside look into what makes this team so fun to be around right here inside of Paycom Center. All right, stick with us here on Thunder Live. The Thunder's homestand continues. Game number 2 out of 5, and it's yet another Eastern Conference opponents. The New York Knicks are coming to town. We've got more on this matchup. Everything you need to know right after this. Your final score here inside of Paycom Center, 131-113 as the Thunder take down the Bulls in what we call a tale of two halves here inside of Paycom Center. Let's take a look at the final 8 games remaining on this regular season schedule for Oklahoma City. 4 more games at home, and it starts on Sunday with a back-to-back that starts against the New York Knicks. And then the Thunder, after this homestand, going to go out on the road for 3 games before returning back home to square off against the Suns on April 12th for the final game of the season. But first, still more business to take care of here in this building. The Thunder welcoming in yet another Eastern Conference opponent. This is a string of 8 consecutive games against the East, and the New York Knicks are the next up for Oklahoma City as they kick off a back-to-back. And Royce, this is the Knicks team that the Thunder played out in MSG, and you'll remember that game went down to the wire.
Yeah, it was a great game because the Knicks are a very good team, and they're well coached. They do a lot of things really well, and they have a lot of different players that can present matchup issues, and that's what we saw during this game is the Thunder solving problems that the Knicks presented to them on both ends of the floor. The Thunder's defense was outstanding in the second half, and that's OKC taking advantage of some of the mismatches the other way. Chet Holmgren, huge throughout the game, and then it was all about SGA closing this one out, hitting this tough step-back three. This started a string of clutch threes from SGA as he hit a number in a run of games right there. But man, that was a big time shot over a great defensive player in OG Anunoby. But again, the Thunder just did a great job of closing that game out. You can see that they held the Knicks to just 23 points, fewer in 3 of the 4 quarters.
Yeah, Chet Holmgren with those 6 made threes, a career high for him. Shea chipping in 26 of his own. I don't know, Royce, it feels like every time the Thunder goes out to MSG, it's just a low scoring rock fight between both of these teams. But 2 defensive minded teams, it always has a recipe for being one of those low scoring battles.
Yeah, because I mean, the Knicks, they have good defensive players, but they also play well within their system. And they have so many different big, rangy guys that they can play unique lineup combinations.
Yeah.
And they can really make you stretch your defensive principles in a lot of different ways. Obviously, Jalen Brunson's such a handful downhill as a driver and a penetrator, isolation player. But Karl Anthony Towns stretching behind the floor, behind the three-point line. That's one of the areas the Thunder did a great job. Is he basically took no threes in that game. They did a great job on Karl Towns throughout that game. But so many different weapons that you got to account for with the Knicks.
Yeah, a very different archetype of team than the Thunder just played in this matchup here tonight in the Chicago Bulls. So going to have to flex that adaptability that we've seen all season long. Should be a good test for the Thunder as they welcome in the New York Knicks here on Sunday. Let's get you just a quick reminder what time that game tips off. It is 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We will not have the game for you on FanDuel Sports Network. That is an NBC Peacock exclusive on Sunday at 6:30 p.m. as the Thunder welcomes in the New York Knicks. But what a welcome home for the Thunder as they came into Paycom Center for the first time in 5 games and took down the Chicago Bulls in a strong second half performance to walk away with a 131-113 victory. They now start a stretch of 5 straight at home. Up next, the Knicks on Sunday. Until then, thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your night.